What's up, guys? Contact point and timing are vital to a good baseball swing. So let's talk about that a little bit today and exactly what is contact point and how it relates to a different sport that uses the same swing. So I have the tee set up here, something pretty common with most hitters. And what I want to talk about is, where do we set up the tee as we're swinging? So is it off the front foot in our stride, or is it off the front foot when we land? That's really important, because as we look at the swing, we know by now that we want to get on plane. And on plane means slightly up to a little flat, depending on the ball flight you're seeing and what age you are. So in order to get the bat to do that without losing my posture and seeing this bit front shoulder move, the back arch back, the ball's got to be far enough out in front to where we can make contact with the ball with the bat moving up. A lot of times I see guys that struggle to hit consistent line drives. They make contact too far deep on their body. So if I set the tee up on the home plate and I take my stride, now the ball's here off my midline. So in order for me to get my bat on plane to this pitch, or flat, whatever you want to consider on plane, I'm going to have to arch my back backwards to create the space to do that. And that's where we get into trouble with a lot of the hands dropping, front shoulder moves that people hate to see. So how you dictate your contact point dictates ball flight. If we look at a sport such as golf, I don't have a golf club with me, but the ball is stationary, and that's truly the only difference. The plane's a little different because it's off the ground, but the ball's stationary. So you'll never see a good golfer align every club in the same spot of their body. Their driver, their club they want to hit up more and drive, the farthest club is going to go a little closer to their front foot. That way they give the club more of a chance to get upwards on the ball, whereas vice versa, their irons and wedges that they want to hit a little higher but a little shorter because they want to hit down on them and create that exaggerated backspin, they want to move to the back of their stance. That way, as the club's coming through, it's still moving downward by the time it gets to the ball. That's where you see them collapse on top of it and the divot actually be in front of the ball instead of behind the ball. So with that being said, our swing and contact point in baseball relates a lot to that. So if you're working with a guy that's struggling to hit consistent line drives, check contact point before you check their swing mechanics. A lot of times they have a good swing, they're just making contact too deep, right? And too deep or too early can also be relative to where the pitch is. If we're trying to hit a low line drive at the backside to move the runner or whatever we need, that ball's going to be a little bit deeper on the front foot. So we're going to be a little bit flatter, and we're going to be able to keep the ball lower to our opposite field side. We're always going to hit the ball harder to our pull side in the opposite field because the bat's getting a little more time to get out in front and to gain a little bat speed. So as we go to the opposite field, we want to bring that contact point in closer so that we can keep the ball lower. Whereas if we pull it, we want that ball to be out in front of our front foot a little more so the bat has time to get up more as well as faster, so we can drive the ball to our pull side and at the same time pull that contact point in and still be able to hit the ball low and hard the other way. So if you're having trouble with a hitter, either flaring pop-ups or pounding ground balls, before you go into posture and swing changes, check their contact point. Are they making contact at the right spots for each pitch? Are they making contact off their front foot in a connected position, and are they in control of when they make contact? Contact point is going to determine ball flight, and it's vital to a good swing.